Macron wins shock vote to keep coalition hopes alive.
Here's a summary of the article.
Paris, Emmanuel Macron's party formed a last-minute agreement with right-leaning lawmakers to win a key vote in parliament on Thursday that opens the door to the French president playing a greater-than-expected role in forming the country's next government. Thursday's dramatic vote came just 11 days after the New Popular Front, a broad alliance of left-wing parties, secured a surprise victory in this summer's snap election, winning the most seats but falling far short of an outright majority. Thursday night's vote in the National Assembly indicates that a narrow path through the deadlock may be in sight. The alliance's bickering and infighting prevented it from rallying behind a single candidate for prime minister, and even agreeing on Chassin, a congenial and well-respected parliamentarian, required negotiations that lasted until the day before the vote. Several of its members cried foul following the vote, accusing the ensemble group that backs Macron and the Republican right of subverting the will of the people by striking an agreement behind closed doors that kept the president's ally in her post despite his party coming in second in parliamentary elections. Many of our fellow citizens are going to ask themselves if this is a denial of democracy, Charles de Courson, a veteran centrist lawmaker and Macron opponent, told reporters after the vote. Courson ran in the first two rounds of Thursday's contest before pulling out ahead of the final vote.
This post received a score of 4,800, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Thursday's dramatic vote came just 11 days after the New Popular Front, NFP, a broad alliance of left-wing parties, secured a surprise victory in this summer's snap election, winning the most seats but falling far short of an outright majority. That was only 11 days ago? I need off the ride that is this timeline.
Victory is a strong word in this case. Nobody really won actually. The far right progressed nonetheless and the left stalled. Only technically the centrist lost ground, but with his gambling Macron still keeps control over political life, so he technically really won. Just a reminder that when the announcement was first made to dissolve the National Assembly, the doomsayers on here were resigned to a new far-right government and thought Macron was desperate. Fast forward post-snap election, and Le Pen and co got completely bent over, and Macron is now establishing a new coalition. It goes to show when it comes to gauging political trends and predicting election outcomes, Reddit doesn't know shit about fuck.
Credit where it's due, this result was made possible by the French voters mobilizing to outnumber a growing far-right in the country. That mobilization was spurred massively by those exact fears of a far-right swing. Doomsaying can lead to apathy and defeatism, but it can also lead to people getting their boots on to kick some ass.
I think it has more to do with the two-step voting process that France employs. The first vote national rally did quite well, but voters don't have to be tactical. They can assess the vote tallies and adjust their vote in the second round to their second preferred candidate if they think it will beat their least favorite candidate. It's a function of France having two liberal parties, but Reddit not understanding what the fuck is happening and thinking Le Pen doing better than the other two parties in a vacuum means her party would win.
National rally taking the first round was completely anticipated. The mobilization started the minute Macron called the election.
It's good that the far-right pro-Russia party didn't win.
Don't forget the far-left pro-Russia party. Edit. To the people downvoting this, do you have an argument against me or do you simply dislike reality?
Going to echo the sentiment that there's mostly Americans on here, and American far-right has been labeling centrists as far-left. Most of us probably wouldn't even be able to begin to know what far-left actually is in most countries.
Our left is right. Our right are fucking clown shoes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.